Ladies and gentlemen, AEW Fight Forever might be saved by modders, just like many other games, because, well, I got something to show you. Check this out, and this is the first thing we're gonna look at. There's a whole bunch of super cool mods already. I hope they don't block this. I hope they let this go, and THQ as well, and let it flourish, because, again, it's been a couple of days, not even a week, and you'll be amazed with the mods people are coming up with. The first one we're looking at is Kenny Omega in a new attire. That's not in the game as far as I'm aware. And then we have a New Japan ring, as you can see. So you can customize the attire textures, the arena textures, and it gets even better. Here is Sting in a new attire. You might remember this from that episode of AEW where CM Punk and Sting and Darby Allin, they teamed up, if I remember correctly. Looks pretty damn good. But here is, I think, one of the more important screenshots you gotta see. Here's CM Punk back in his 2010-2011 look, just when he started the Straight Edge Society. One of my favorite looks as far as CM Punk goes, and I really like this. Like, it looks legit. It looks like a legit DLC that was created for this game. I do not know how Lynch pulled this off, but this is very promising. As I said, it's not even been a week, but imagine 1 year later, 2 years later, like the amount of crazy stuff people will be able to do. Honestly, sounds pretty exciting. And not only that, if you remember back into WWE 2K19, I think people are still modding that game. You can like import other moves, right? Because the engine, sure, it's different, but it's also very similar. It is not like a completely different game engine. So imagine SmackDown Here Comes the Pain animations, which are already in this game, by the way. Some of them are straight from SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Or you can go back to Shut Your Mouth and import some animations into this game. I mean, like, yeah, there is a lot you can do here. And again, on Steam, they said they would not support modding, which I think is a dumb move. I'm just hoping they don't get in front of it because, yeah, I mean, look at this. Here's another creation from Lynch. I mean, Billy Gunn, right? It says Chuck Taylor here, never mind that. But the face is a little questionable, but still, it's still like, when we're talking about AEW Fight Forever standards, it actually looks fitting, right? All the attires are probably from like 2K anyway, so they look good. But this is basically, like I said, DLC. And right now, modding is a little difficult, so it's gonna be hard to get everything in the way it looks at Titantrons, the entrance, yeah, the name, like. But depending on how much traction these mods get, like, that's gonna be taken care of quickly. Here's another mod that changes up the texture of the trunks for CM Punk. This should be something we can already do in the game, but you know, sometimes it is how it is. Maybe in the future we'll get updates, so we won't need to, you know, use mods to even do something simple as this. Here is another awesome mod. For some reason, it has Tanahashi's theme, but there it is, Ring of Honor Championship. I think that's pretty damn sick. This is how the title looks in-game. I mean, it doesn't stick out at all. Like, it looks perfect. It looks perfect. This guy's a Tanahashi fan, by the way. Good for him. Yeah, the reflections, everything is pretty good. While we have the Ring of Honor Championship, why don't we have the Ring of Honor Arena? Here it is. Again, just a couple of simple texture changes, you know, modding those, and you have a pretty decent looking arena. And then, of course, you saw this on the thumbnail. We have Finn Balor. The face is still very off, but he managed to port the body paint of Finn Balor into the game, and it looks good, right? Because obviously, Fight Forever has a different art direction, but the fact that, you know, this early on, the mods we're seeing, again, they're coming out in this quality, that is very promising. I mean, look at this. That looks great. That looks perfect. I don't know how he pulled this off. Maybe mess around, especially for the face, with the texture a bit. But this looks legit, you know? Now let's see it in live, glorious action. As you know, he already had his entrance in the game. Here it is. Here's the mouse thingy. Because on PC, for some reason, the devs didn't bother to do a simple fix for this. Yeah. You know how I have a love-hate relationship with this game. I hate many things about it, but because I'm a pro wrestling fan, you know, that's why I'm here, man. I'll be brutally honest, you know, if I wasn't a pro wrestling fan, like not this game, not 2K, no, like I'd be done with pro wrestling games years ago. But that's besides the point. Here's some gameplay from a brand new arena. Forbidden Door. The textures are a little, you know, stretched, but again, those can be fixed. In general, it just looks 10 out of 10, right? Does the job completely, perfectly, which makes me wonder what are the AEW devs are doing, because this is just a, one guy, one modder. Like, I wouldn't imagine it'd be difficult for the devs to get a couple of textures in the game and create a brand new arena, Sure, you're gonna like do a couple more things for the UI, but that's it. I don't think it'd be that difficult. But yeah, like the background, we don't see anyways, the Titantrons and all that too much, but yeah, looks good. Here is who I believe to be Dan Severn. I don't even know where he got this model from. It looks completely different body shape wise from all the other models in the game. But he is a UFC legend, one of the, if not the first fighters on UFC. I think he might have been in the first UFC too. So, when you look at these mods, don't just think WWE, because apparently you can do this too. And here he is, by the way, from his UFC days. There you go, when he's looking younger. I think I might be completely off on this one. Let me know who this guy is. Here's a way better look at the Forbidden Door Arena. Again, no complaints here. It looks more than serviceable. Looks great, There you go. Great screenshots. Here's another view of Billy Gunn under different lighting. Or Chuck Taylor, of course, that's his new name, I guess. Here's another gameplay video. This is pretty sick right there. So far, we've only seen screenshots, but here it is in action. Looks great. I think even the hair has like tiny bit of physics when it comes to CM Punk, but it's hard to tell. Pretty hard to tell. That's not my mouse, by the way. That's the mouse in the video. But yeah, looks like no complaints again. Absolutely no complaints. That was the taunt. There goes Dan. Yeah. Here's another quick texture mod. Someone modded Jeff Hardy's face paint into the game. Looks great. And I guess I'll end the video with this. Last tweet from Lynch. The subreddit is on some absolutely delusional drugs right now. And honestly, some of the AEW fanbase, like, what are you guys doing with your lives, Whatever. I'm not gonna get into it too much, but it says here on the subreddit, in a few of the select wrestler menus, there's a specific AEW section confirming we have others like Ring of Honor or New Japan coming. That does not confirm it at all. Like, you have custom wrestlers and then AEW official wrestlers. That's all it says. Now, is it not possible that we'll have a Ring of Honor DLC, New Japan DLC coming up? It's more than possible, especially for Ring of Honor, since AEW owns Ring of Honor. But, this is like jumping to conclusions, which feels like an understatement. Like, what's more dramatic than jumping, you're pulling in, you're reaching out, it's like, chill. So what I mean to say is there is no official confirmation, but the devs alluded to that in past interviews, and it's very much possible with Ring of Honor being AEW's and AEW having a great relationship for now with New Japan. That we will see, wrestlers from those two promotions, and maybe even more that we can't think of right now, of course, besides the WWE. But yeah, let me know what you think about all these mods. Do they give you hope? Because like, compared to the custom wrestler crap we have to deal with in AEW Fight Forever base, all the same clothing, all the same faces, well, if you're on PC, modding may really completely save this game. But again, we're on early stages, so I'm really interested to see how everything will play out. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the next one.